It's the best card in your sideboard.
What do you think about the potential for what do you think about the potential of Assassin's Trophy in this 75? Is that too hard to cast?
No.
You think it's castable? I mean, like your base red, right? I had someone else asking about that, and I felt like I just would rather have Revelry. Because like you're kind of like splash.
What I will say is you are trying to be faster than them. Why do you want to give them like a 25% bump in mana or a 30 like earlier? Like
and this is reach, right?
Yes. Against you know, your like blue-white control, all of the control decks, life totaling them is not like a unreasonable thing.
Yep. All right, let's dive into some Vengevine, shall we?
Captain Command, it's probably a worse version of like the red prison deck, which is like a worse version of like, I think Loam or something. I don't really know.
Hey, when they print a Guildgate wins the card, how much to make you play that? I am almost certain.
Play or draw?
Play. I'm on the draw. I'm on the play, yeah. So I should bottom this?
I don't think so, because you can Neonate it into your hand, or you can Stitcher Supply it into your graveyard.
Okay. Do I lead on Neonate on one then?
I think you... Do you want to draw the card?
I think I want the...
If you want to draw the card, then you probably...
Yeah, I think so.
Lead on Neonate. You could also just draw it. Yeah. Sorry, you do lead on Neonate, because you're just going to draw. You're not going to activate the Neonate.
I assume we're going to play Maze's End Scape Shift in Standard if they print Maze's End. That would give them a reason for having Scape Shift in the format, right? Other than just reprinting it.
Normally you do lead on Supplier here, but that top card is a real good one.
Yep.
Top card's so good that if the next two cards are Vengevines,
yep,
we're going to have a good time.
Torcat, thank you for the 2-month 3-sub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Is there a new alt win con card that you haven't played? I don't know. I don't think so. Do I Stitchers first here so I can Faithless Looting with knowledge of what's already in my bin? There's a bridge and a walking ballista. Looting.
Mm-hmm.
Looking for Vengevines, just like that.
And then you're going to get a trigger off that Hangarback Walker. Is this deck powerful, Jeff?
I think this deck's
powerful.
There might be something to this deck, Can't Getter. I think this one might be pretty okay. Might be something pretty reasonable here.
Can we put this in play?
Gosh, I hope they don't cast a Stoneforge Mystic next turn, Can't
Bridge
Getter.
trigger!
How would I ever win the game if they cast a Stoneforge Mystic next turn?
My favorite part here is you're gonna kick the Bushwhacker and we're gonna be done here.
Kick it. We're gonna sacrifice the Neonate too. Get a zombie. Maybe we'll draw a bridge and get 2 zombies.
I wish we had the sack outlet here, by the way. Like, if we draw Gargadon or whatever.
Yeah, that would be delicious. Blunt Angel.
Yeah, wait.
Thank you for the brand new Prime Support there. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here.
Ballista.
Yep. Then we'll kick it.
You can also sack the Neonate here.
I'm gonna be out of cards. Oh no, Cat! What if they mana leak us or remand us? How will I ever win the game? Kick it!
Whacked!
Get whacked! This is a good, clean. You know, that was turn 5. They took 2 turns. I took 3 turns. It was good, clean living.
On the mulligan too, by the way. That's my.
That was on the mulligan.
This deck mulligans well.
It mulligans really well.
Whoa! Don't say that, because now it's gonna fall apart.
Shut up. Did I click submit?
Generally, no. I think you want to like touch on a brutality here.
Really?
Because they're storm.
You think they're storm?
They're either storm or a breach deck. They're gonna have spells.
There's no way.
I think you have a 1 Gargadon trim and like a 1 of Ballista trim, and you have like arguably the same thing.
Ballista's gotta be better than Hangarback Walker, right?
If they're a control deck, I don't think so. Because flyers.
Yeah, they could be a control deck. All right.
The other reason I do this boarding plan a lot is there's some versions that just main deck brutality. Like you can pitch Vengevine on 2 or whatever.
Yeah, it's just like,
it's
got some synergy text.
Yeah. what I would hate to do is find out that they are Storm, and then we just, I mean, we can still race them, but like, I like this. They're very smart once they saw us play that Bushwhacker. You don't respond to any of that. You just retain the information.
You heard of this blue-red Wizards Bolt tribal deck that's taking the friendly leagues by storm? Listen, Burgle, I heard some idiot went undefeated in the Swiss of a Star City Games event with that. But we all know Star City Games events are basically
Soft.
like giant F&M, so like any idiot could have done that.
Anyone.
oh, Stream Decker! I forgot the Stream Decker chat. What a loose goose. I have to start grabbing deck lists for other things here that people have cut in after this league. So what we got? We got Bridgevine here, and then we're gonna play Red Black Midrange and Vexing Zoo, and then maybe Tron and Abzan Rock. We'll see. We'll see. We might not make it to Abzan Rock today. A special kind of idiot. SCG events are the friendly leagues of the Magic world. They're all wonderful people there.
Man, that's a lot of caffeine.
Beetle, beetle, beetle. Always dancing for your dollars. I heard a guy went undefeated in the Swiss and didn't even know how to flip a Delver. That's definitely the truth.
Hey. How many people do you know that 9-0 to day one and didn't make top 8 of an SCG?
Can you imagine sitting down across the table from a 10-year-old at their first Modern event and doing that to them? Yeah, that's honestly one of the reasons why I'm looking forward to a non-rotating format. I think I'm looking forward to one that's like a little bit less obnoxious. Modern's got some great things about it, but it's definitely very obnoxious. Got a pretty easy mulligan here, right?
Yeah.
Just like doesn't do anything.
Yeah. I mean, if that Gargadon is another spell, I think you keep that. Like.
Yeah, the double Gargadon's pretty
right.
bad though.
But double Gargadon, double Bushwhacker is 2. That's a 5-card hand at that point. That is not a bad one. Floop.
This little piggy says, how does a non-rotating format survive? Look at Frontier. So Frontier's a really bad example because Frontier wasn't a new non-rotating format supported by Wizards of the Coast. Frontier was a new non-rotating format created by a card store in Japan that was trying to sell Magic cards that they otherwise couldn't sell. So we get to lead on Neonate here. This is actually the perfect draw because it lets me ditch this Vengevine, which then lets me put the Vengevine into play with this Gravecrawler, which is just like A+ here. So a new non-rotating format that's supported by Wizards of the Coast would have a ban list, and it would be supported on things like Magic Online and Magic Arena, and it would be supported as a Grand Prix format and things of that nature. Morrow is on record saying that a new non-rotating format is a when, not an if. So it will be happening at some point. It will likely be the solution to cards rotating in Arena. All right, well that was an Anger of the Gods. Thing in the Ice is a little bit scary here, but it's definitely better for us than Anger of the Gods would be. Does it kill Modern? I don't know. Did Modern kill Legacy? Did Legacy kill Vintage? Right, like. I mean, if you put in enough money, it's pretty easy to get whatever you want in Arena. You just have to like the thing. It honestly isn't hard to turn money into cards on Arena. The issue is just that they don't tell you exactly how much money you're going to have to put in. Yeah, the reserve list is what's killing Legacy and Vintage, not the introduction of Modern. Like from a playstyle standpoint, Modern is just a very different format than Legacy. Yeah, but Extended was not a non-rotating format. This is a Manamorphose. If this is a Manamorphose, we're probably in a lot of trouble here. Sure, gamer, budget decks don't translate directly, but the inverse of that is also going to be true, gamer. Like, if you want to play a deck that has a bunch of chase rares on Arena, it's going to be much cheaper than playing a deck with a bunch of chase rares on Magic Online or in paper. I can actually kill them next turn. I get to go Brutality, double escalate, drain them, ditch Vengevine, and then cast 2 creatures and flip Vengevine and kill them. So if they don't make goblins this turn or kill us, we get to kill them. Children are basically walking plague carriers. And anybody who tells you otherwise is either lying to you or hasn't experienced children. Our opponent is in fact playing Storm. I would not have put them on Storm after the first game we played. We're getting close to being dead to Grape Shot here. I need to be able to fetch twice next turn to kill them, so hopefully they don't get us there. Alright, sweet. They're dead. A fan of this stream format? Which format is that, Orms? Modern? Modern's great. For your free time out, I got you, fancy penguins. Are legally allowed biological warfare, essentially. Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
You're just in time to see this beauty.
Oh,
Not only were they playing Storm, but they flipped a thing in the ice from post-board, and I get to ditch... I get to ditch these to it and drain them, and it'll flip the Vengevine back and kill them for Exexies.
Is that good, Jeff?
It's really beautiful. Okay. I just want you to know I appreciate you.
I'm glad you appreciate me. Oh, we couldn't pitch the bridge, though? Peasants shit right here. Ah, it's so good. I love casting that card from the graveyard.
Just. This is my friend. My friend is very angry.
Yes.
I spent $5 and ground for 2 days and I have blue-red control. That's really reasonable.
Opossum, just to clarify, you got the $5 entry pack for $5, I would assume?
This stream is going late tonight, right? Yeah. Yep. In fact, in about 20-25 minutes, I'm gonna have to go sit outside for a hot second to grab Jake off the bus.
I'll entertain you in the interim for the 5 or 10 minutes.
Yep. All right. Well, we're waiting for this next matchup pop. I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out today during my long stream. I'm Jeff Hoagland. I'm joined by Kent Getter. He's a grinder that I played with a ton on the SCG Open Series. We are playing at the Open in Columbus this weekend, so he's hanging out, streaming a little bit before that. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. I'm here doing this because I love doing it, but my subscribers are the people that keep me employed here. They're the reason I'm able to do this full time. They are the people that pay my bills. By subscribing, you can also support myself by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. If you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com. Buy and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, Warhammer, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. BCW Supplies. Would love to help you protect your very valuable Magic cards and other gaming accessories there. Using code Jeff10 at checkout with them. You can save 10% on your orders at bcwsupplies.com. Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really enjoy it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/ShuckleBedUS and bit.ly/ShuckleBedCA. 5 color bad stuff. May your opponents find that jumping on is a lot easier than jumping off. Keep up the good work. Thank you for the biddies. And Gimpy09, thank you very much for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I think I can keep this, right?
Yeah.
Think
I can... Jeff, you keep this.
I guess it's got double stitcher in it. The lack of double black and the lack of like a looting makes me feel a little bit bad about it.
Jeff, what do you need double black for?
Casting these spells.
Jeff. One spell a turn's fine. Also, you're going to flip 2 Vengevines, and then we're just going to be done with this game.
That's true. That's true. Can we just like have the casual 9 power turn 1? How do you deal with turn 2 Terminus? You be luckier.
You just put more power in play on turn 3.
Put more. Rebuild, chat. Rebuild. Remember, they're just putting them back into your deck so you can crack a fetch land and then shuffle them back in and mill them again.
Oh, yeah, right? We draw turn 1. We draw...
Gargadon would be absurd.
Because then you go Supplier on 1, Gargadon 2, get both your Suppliers.
That's actually like a real answer. The best answer to Gargadon is a sack outlet.
Yeah.
It's like...
It's Viscera Seer is the correct one. Like, setting up an extra draw step is usually...
Hey, don't sell Gargadon short now.
Viscera Seer is going to be real good on 2.
Yep. We get a bridge there.
That's nice.
Oh, am I supposed to make a zombie here? I think I'm supposed to make a grizzly bear, right?
Yeah. Well, no, because you want a Vengevine next turn. Next turn, you'll cash it in. But that, for those like watching at home, it is absolutely a reasonable sequence to cash in your ballistas for a zombie token here and there.
Yep.
It's obviously better if you can just cast the ballista, ping them for 1, and then get your zombie token. Also, remember if you ballista their bird, you'll get your token before the bird removes the.
Speaking of Termini, interesting that the opponent chose to burn the opt. Just like on our turn, their turn 1, basically, as opposed to waiting to potentially Terminus with it. Oh no, not Ancestral Vision. How will we ever beat the card advantage from that, Ken Ketter? I'm really worried.
I think there's a path here.
It's fine.
Yeah. I'm not saying we care.
If I hit another bridge, I'm gonna make 4 zombies.
Yeah.
If we hit a Vengevine, we'll make a zombie and a Vengevine. Maybe we'll hit a bunch of bridges and a Vengevine. Survey says. Gravecrawler. It's gonna poop. My dredges have not been good, chat. Will we guys be at the BCW event Friday night? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we will be, Red Dolph. I will confirm Friday when we leave that we left early enough to make it to that, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna cut over there for that.
This is going well. I'm okay with this.
This is exactly what we signed up for, chat. They don't always have the Terminus on by turn 3. Yes, they do.
Do you like Walker here? Oh no, it's that. I'm wrong. Yep. I'm just gonna make the shish.
To the bases? I'm not sure. I have a different variation that we're gonna play at some point, but I don't know if it's good or not. I think if you want to be conservative, just play the list we played on stream. That was a list that 5-0'd a league, so it's probably pretty reasonable.
Yes, we do have black make a zombie. My hope is that Jace is dead.
The problem is that Jace is making a Terminus.
I don't care about that. We're gonna put our Gravecrawlers in the graveyard. And then we lose a Viscera Seer. Checkmate, opponent. Oh, if we draw a Bushwhacker as well, we might just kill him. Please draw a Bushwhacker, Jeff.
They did the Bushwhacker? No way. Oh, we have 2 ballistas. Yep.
I don't know if they're dead, but they're not looking good. Because remember, the Gravecrawlers turn into... With the Viscera Seer sacks itself as well.
Yes. I believe they would actually be dead.
If you draw a land, you get to go like...
Yeah, that's lethal. Because it's 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and then it's 4, 5, 6. 6 times 3 is 18. So Bushwhacker's lethal here. This deck is hilarious. Yeah, it's 6 times 3.
I don't think they have the... I don't know if they have the Terminus. This is a really long tank to have a...
Yeah, that's what I agree to. This is an exceptionally long tank for them to be going on tap Terminus.
Rendrag. Yeah, go right ahead.
Yeah, links are enabled in chat and encouraged for magic related stuff. I was gonna change a few things to the list and like make it a little bit lower to the ground and play a bunch of the 3/1 in the main because the 3/1 was really impressive when we were playing.
The lifelinky.
Yep.
Yeah.
That card ground. You gotta click on the name. Yep.
It says it's from Jeff, but you know we know who did it.
Come on, Hallowed Fountain opponent. You're already making me suffer by playing with you in general. Just finish your brainstorm. They finished their brainstorm. Their cat must have disconnected their router or something. What does the Magic community think of Magic Fest?
I don't want to know.
I don't want to know. Faithless Looting. Well, I should start with that, right? Because I'm not using this red mana for anything else anyways.
Correct. Just pitch Looting Gravecrawler, I think.
Well, if they're on Terminus, I don't really want to ditch the Gravecrawler, right?
Oh, you want to leave Gravecrawler in your hand?
Yeah, if there's a Terminus on top. I think I ditch...
Well, no, because you can just cast a Hangarback next turn, make a zombie.
Oh,
and then...
yeah, you're right. Okay. Yeah, I forgot these are zombies.
Right.
Duh. I think I just sit on this for now.
You might as well put the Gravecrawler in play.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't use any other resources from your hand.
Also gonna get to Scry 3 here.
If they wrath you, you're gonna do it 4 times.
AV comes off next turn.
They'll be dead.
What am I looking for here? Like, what's the card that like...
Vengevine's fine, because you can pitch it to Neonate.
Oh, yeah.
Bushwhacker's also fine.
I think I'm gonna sack this. Oh, I get to sack all these too.
Yep.
We're
not done yet.
This is so much scrying. I don't understand, Ket. Why does my...
Now you have to think.
That's good enough. Is it better than average? We haven't seen a Vengevine in like 30 cards. I'm gonna keep going.
Well, the thought here is if you go Ballista, Neonate, Whacker is 3/5/7, go to 11. Put him to 7. And then you have Hangarback for the following turn.
Ballista, Walker, Neonate, Whacker, that's 6.
Well, that's not using the Walker, like saving it as a castable for the following turn. Is what I'm thinking. I think you might be correct in that we're going to need to go a little bit longer and find the Vengevine and try to beat him over a couple turns.
I could definitely see holding that. I think it's probably higher than our average draw, but like we've just seen so many cards without a Vengevine at this point.
I'm going to say we haven't found a single land on top. That's kind of nice.
We're about to just like draw lands for the next 6 turns. Bye, zombie. They're about to ruin us.
They're going to make us shuffle, aren't they?
Yep.
Fuckers.
We take the top half.
Come on!
Take the top half. Do 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 do.
They make us bottom the Neonate.
They might take the walking ball here.
They're supposed to.
We have lootings in the bin here too.
Yep.
Gives a little bit of grind as we go along.
Mm-hmm. They're down to 2 cards, so.
Yep. I think I want this land, right? Because I want to start casting Gravecrawlers. How do you feel about ditch Blackcleave, ditch Neonate?
Mm-hmm.
Throw this away, cast a Gravecrawler?
Yep.
Hey, thanks for the great content, Hoogie. Thank you, Volcanic, for the 2-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thanks for the continued support. So re-upping those Bezo bucks there. It is worth noting I technically stacked my dice triggers wrong there. They're drawing up to 6 cards this turn.
Okay, no wonder. Let's remember, folks, they had 2 Miracle Terminus in the first 5 turns of the game. We're nearing the stage of the game where we go do other stuff.
I'm gonna go AFK. Thank you for the Prime support. I appreciate that. Welcome.
I mean, we're back to that.
Pay a black, make a thing. Yep.
Not only that, we get to... Oh, if you attack here, you're going to lose your bridge.
Move along with my life. Fing Gnome. Fin Gnome. Fing Nom. Thank you for the brand new Prime support, however your username is pronounced. Welcome back. How long am I going to be live for today? Probably another 4 or 5 hours. Thereabouts. This is a Destructive Revelry in matchup. And what do we usually trim?
So it's not... This has 3 Viscera Seers. That's rough. It's Gargadons. I think it's like a Gargadon, and it's like some number of ballistas. And then it's like, I think it's just 1 Bushwhacker. Yeah. Like the 4th Bushwhacker most of the time is for the decks you have to race.
Yep. And we're going a little bit long here. Did Kent babysit today? Well, Kent's going to hang out with Jake for a little bit till Christy gets home.
Yep.
When he gets back here in a hot second. Are 3 Seers wrong even with 3 Garg?
I think you're supposed to play 4 Seer, 2 Gargs.
Okay, why is that?
You want the creature triggers for your Vengevines.
Okay.
Additionally, the Viscera Seer Scry is very, very powerful, but it is only this much better than the Gargadon putting a fat idiot attacker into play in a few situations.
I mean, like, you just don't mulligan Faithless Looting Vengevine ever, right?
Not when you have the Revelry for their rip.
Oh.
Sure. I don't know what they're doing. Yes.
So CVM has a beard in here, Jeff has just a beard, and Kent has hair and no beard. Where's the uniformity? Well, I think Van Meter's got almost as little hair as I do.
Please put another one.
Looking for a bridge or another vine here. Where's your rest in peace now, opponent? Where's your rest in peace now?
Take it.
Shut up, they're gonna path us now. I clicked on the wrong one there because my graveyard jumped out. If they don't have a path here, this game is very over. No! Why must you have so much efficient interaction, deck? Why? Ooh.
Wow.
Part of me really hopes they have a path. Clicking on the wrong land last turn really biting me here because I can't flashback Faithless Looting now.
Sure you can, Jeff. You could have sacked your mountain to the Gargadon and played a third land untapped.
Oh, the lines. The lines. The lines, chat. There's lines.
Right, you see them right there? They're right there, the gills. You just can't. They're tucked behind the beard. That's why he has it.
Oh. How would you look at that? It's just good clean sequencing right there.
That's just...
Don't mind me.
Keymash 69. If my chat is up, I got you. Nobody wants to actually write emails, so he definitely got to be forced to do it. You cannot respond to that.
Yep, that is a special game action.
The answer is no, friend. You may not.
Or during my upkeep, or just like there's a reason not to cast Path on their turn, right? Mm-hmm. Like casting Path on our turn means that the land comes into play tap.
Yeah, I'm hoping that's the case, Gristle Dandy.
Hey, Remicide, thank you for the $5 tip. I appreciate that. For Kent's Beard Fund, also Red Blackburn. The best Beguiled streamer on Twitch, Whiskey Dingo. Thanks for the 9-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. Come on, opponent. This is, I have to say, honestly, my absolute favorite part about Magic Arena is how it handles the clock. Just look at
this advantage you have
right now. The games just clip along so much faster when you have a time per turn instead of a time per round.
It's also just ridiculous. Like, as much as I know people talk about the chess clocks and stuff, like, the intent for them in-person play is to mitigate the back and forth. The flip side of that, what it does is it allows your opponents who want to take all 25 minutes every round to take all 25 minutes every round.
Yep. We're going to play as long as we can, Tom. Obviously, I can't really control how long these leagues take, which is another upside to Arena. I have more control over how long things take.
Durania, it only triggers on exactly the second. Like, the game of Magic is asking how many creatures have you cast this turn from the untap to the cleanup step or whatever it is.
That was an animation of the Jester dancing for money. I don't think we're going to get to Standard today. Also, I haven't been I'm not the one working on Standard. Van Meter's been in charge of Standard testing, so things we play on stream could be great. Again, like, unlike a lot of Magic professionals, like, I'm not here to, like, hide information. Here's a hot take for all aspiring Magic professionals out there. There isn't money in playing Magic. There's money in making content, so I'm not going to make my content suffer for, like, this really minute chance of making some money at a tournament, right? So I'm not like I've seen other streamers like, oh no, I can't stream that format, can't stream my decks, gotta be super secret squirrel. It's just like I'm past that point in my life. Come on, opponent.
CVM does stream, but it is kind of like inconsistent around a life schedule and stuff like that. He's definitely not,
He's not here 30 hours a week.
Yep. But yeah, he always posts on his Twitter when he streams. Follow him on his socials. He makes sure folks are aware. God bless America.
Bye, friend.
Remember Gargadon, if we can get it to our second creature, can trigger our Vengevines. Welcome.
That's great. That's, like, absurdly good.
Yep. I tanked for, like, 6 minutes. Or, like, I took a turn between, like, 3 turns and was just tanking on, like, how do I win this game? How do I win this game? How do I win this game?
This is 4, 5, 6. I'm 1 short of this. I just flashback Faithless Looting here.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, my sequencing was bad, so I'm a little bit behind from where I should be potentially.
Also, remember we can get this Blackcleave Cliffs untapped
If we need to, yeah.
Oh, and then there's we can put like Gravecrawler in play, sack it. It's actually an untapped land.
I'm just playing a tapped land and passing, right?
Might hold it for the flashback on the other looting.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. And in that case, I should have held. I should have held the untapped land just in case I wanted to make mana with it. It's also the fetch land is an Overgrown Tomb in case they decide to field me off of green. Oh. Wasteland resolves.
Wow! Frenzied Mage, I would say I'm probably going to tell Jeff to turn the car around and go home.
No, man, we're playing classics. Maddie's got to qualify for the Invitational.
Are we really?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
Come
I mean,
on
that's
now.
fair. I also don't care because I'm playing in day 2, so.
I'm playing a day 2. Alright, so I ditch this and this. And then I can do this to put the Blackcleave Cliffs into play. And then I can cast this from the discard pile. And I'm going to go all in.
Yep.
All right.
That's a Vengevine!
No whammy, 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 don't whammy, no whammy, no whammy. Hey, we're in the main stage! Woo! Main stage! Woo! Main stage! Hello! All right, we did it, chat. We did it. Look at that. Look at that. We started from the bottom, and now we're here. And now we're here. I hope they up Terminus. You get out of here, you dirty
The only
miracle
change you might want
player.
to discuss, it might be like you cut a Bushwhacker for the other Garg or whatever. That's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Fair and balanced Magic. Can I try a Ballista? Nah, not Ballista's good. Let's flip some pigs, chat.
I try not to go below 6 X's, and
Okay, that's a good rule of thumb.
the base build, just for the folks like that have been following maybe me playing this deck or really care about it, the versions where you main deck Leyline, you only play 2 Bushwhackers. I don't think you ever go below 2. I know I saw some of the Dickman versions, like from the Pro Tour, that played none, but they stated expressly that they were leaning on the fact that folks didn't understand all the interactions and they were going to be able to grind a little bit better. Afterwards, they're like, people now know what this is, and anything that's like hyperlinear combo like KCI, like you need them to race it or you don't.
Okay.
So anyway, 2 Bushwhackers, 6 X spells, and I think it's 6 sack outlets, but yeah, might be less.
I think this deck checks most of the boxes you want to check in Modern. I think most of the good decks people play in Modern get hosed by hate cards, so like there's a very small subset of decks you can play in Modern to not get hosed by hate cards.
And this deck is currently faster than most of the hate sans surgical.
So the problem with doing Jeff and Kent as a regular thing is Kent refuses to leave his dirty city on the West Coast and come live here in the cornfields with me.
I fled the Midwest wasteland like 2 years ago or something when season 2 of Handmaid's Tale started or whatever.
30-second emote is Kent. That's such an easy thing to do for an emote and such a good idea. We just need a Kent emote in chat. That's so good. Can we Skype Kent in? Yeah, probably.
We actually did that. For those that are wondering, like, how would that work? If you go back and check out the Hex Heroes videos.
From our old Hex videos.
Jeff and I had slapped together an interesting combination of Discord, Google Voice, and like 2 other things. So
that's basically how the Super Leagues work.
It really is. I mean, it's a good system. It's just, wow. That's 2 pitches.
Whale,
It's
whale,
pitch,
whale.
bridge, neonate, pitch.
Yeah,
Vengevine, Viscera
it's
Seer.
Neonate, Pitch Bridge, and then Neonate, Pitch, Vengevine, and then Viscera Seer. Yep. This is gonna be a little bit slow if they have turn 2 Rip, but if they don't have turn 2 Rip, this hand is absurd.
So Anoronics, it has an overcast from the months of like September to March. But the trade-off is it doesn't have super hot or super cold seasons, and being from the Midwest where the winter is meant to break you, I will take that time and time again. Just
Don't.
repetitively.
Oh, they don't have a second land.
Why didn't you EOT pitch the bridge?
Shut up.
Sorry, that's my favorite sequence.
I was too excited that they missed their land drop, okay? Calm down. I get an Overgrown Tomb so I can cast the Destructive Revelry, right?
Correct. Okay. So hold on here. I just want to think through our.
It's Neonate.
Well, I was thinking we might draw a card first off of. The other thing is you might sack the other Neonate since it's not hasted, but you're gonna pitch the Vengevine anyway. Never mind.
Correct. Yeah.
Never mind.
Yeah, I already messed up. We're not. Okay, so we're down 2 points here. And then they're missing, right? So I just like make 4 more power here.
This Viscera Seer is so good here. Would you like to path me?
Oh, geez.
They
okay.
don't. Okay.
I think I just pass. It's like Terminus is how they win, right?
Right. You pass because you have a second Vengevine trigger, and that's
yeah. Nice Hollow Farm deck.
nice mid-range deck. Scrubbos. Sorry. No, actually, I'm not apologizing for that. You registered Hollow Fountain, and you got Hollow.
You deserve what you get. All right, can you hang out and watch for a bus?
Yeah. I'll go outside. No problem.
Perfect.
I got you.
You'll need to call me when they're here.
Yeah,
so
because
to
you
come
have
out.
to go. Yeah, no problem.
They won't give my child to a random. It's a good system, really.
Policy. I would not be a bus driver, man. Do they have to keep track of all that themselves?
Yes.
Do they have an assistant?
Yes, they have an assistant on the bus.
Okay. Well, we're probably underpaying them still. There's a bus here right now, Joe. Looks like it's leaving though. I think it's the other one.
Oh yeah, that's okay. They'll pull up right in front of the house.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Usually they don't come till for another 5 minutes.
Yes. All right, I'll be waiting.
So, to give you some insight into my personal life that you probably already know if you've been following here for a hot minute is normally I'm done about this time because Jake gets off the bus at 3:30, but Christy doesn't get home from work till about 4:30 or 5. But because we have Kent here today, I'm gonna go get Jake off the bus, and then Jake and Kent are gonna hang out upstairs for an hour, so you're gonna have to have just my ugly face for an hour. And then when Christy gets home from work, Kent and I are gonna keep going until about 8 o'clock or so. So Kent will be off for a little bit, and he'll be back later. Mr. Polite, thank you for the 3-month resub there. That's usually how I play my U-White control deck too. Miss the second land drop into a concession. Thanks for the 3 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. I already missed Kent. Let Kent and Jake play while I run around upstairs. What board games are we playing today? I don't know, actually. Christy's got a few new things. Gosh. I'm on the play, right? I would have thought of that one. We're looking for bridges and Vengevines here. If we find a bridge or another Vengevine, we just get like 8 power on play turn 1. This is probably just a 4-3 on turn 1, but let's see. Give me another one. Give me another one. Give me another one. This is tough. Am I supposed to spend 2 Hangarback Walkers here to just make a 4-3? We're obviously ditching that, right? I think you're a very valuable member of the Keep Magic a Good Leisure Time. Keep going. Thank you for the support, CK Lau. Like, I could wait till next turn. I could, like, ditch Vengevine, ditch Hangarback Walker, and then next turn go Gravecrawler, Hangarback Walker. Well, no, I could, like, wait a turn and, like, get this off of that. I think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna wait a hot second. Sure, but I'm up a Gravecrawler this way. The other way, like, the other way makes me have to keep both Hangarback Walkers, which is, like, not ideal for me. What a tilt. Just would have snapped off the decision last turn. Not close. So very, very close. Yeah, this also lets us play around path a little bit by waiting a turn to suspend the Gargadon. So that way Vengevine can't get path to exiled. Kent has to hang out with my oldest upstairs for a little bit. He's waiting to make sure we don't miss the bus. Kent is helping me with daddy duties today. Is Jeff the Rock Hoagland a good nickname? Do you have any opinions on counter company?
Jeff, you get to do a fun thing next turn. I'm still watching for the bus, but next turn, if you get a second black source, you make a zombie.
Okay.
And then you sack the Gravecrawler twice. Like, you play it, you sack it, you play it again, and that's 2 triggers for the Vengevine.
How do we get another zombie?
You're making one right now. Oh, I thought you had a bridge in your
No, I don't have a bridge.
I thought there was a bridge, and I was running inside to be like, please don't miss this line.
He was so excited, Chad.
This is why the deck's fun. It's the sweetness. It's the sweetness. Okay. Darn it. I could have sworn it was a black card. I'm the worst.
Give Kent a timeout. Look, I just banished him again, okay? That is an absurd draw. All right, can we draw any creature here? Ayo! I'll be right back.
Yeah. Yep. You have a bus here. We'll say, make sure you realize how long the stream delay is.
Water, Gatorade, whatever you want. If you ask for Gatorade, that's for the water. About 70%. I love you. Okay.
Is that okay?
All right, sorry to cut the suspense. I'm back. There's no rules. It's just anarchy. Alright. So they pathed us on 1, so we'll casually attack for 10 on 2. Yeah, no big deal. NBD. I told you I love you, chat. I would never abandon you. Just keep swinging, swinging, swinging. Just keep swinging. Doot, doot, doot. Yeah, timeout. We got you, Toxic. And read chat. It was a lawless wasteland. All right, so they're going to 5 here effectively because this Bitter Blossom is slowly killing them. I think Magic Fest sounds like a very reasonable name. Grand Prix should ideally be Tiny Magic Festival, so it's an apt description of what those events should be, in my opinion. So I'm gonna go ahead and fetch Shock here. And I'm gonna flash back this Faithless Looting out of my bin. And if I find a 0 mana creature, I can actually get my Vengevine backs and put the Gargadon into play this turn. But we missed, so we won't do that. No, I don't have another zombie to cast Gravecrawler twice. I don't currently have a bridge from below or another way to do that. You have to have a zombie in play to bring Gravecrawler back. Wait. Oh, they have a 3rd Path to Exile? Man, that's brutal. So they're going to 4. They're dead in a few turns. I mean, to be fair, our hand's been kind of absurd as well, right? Like, we weren't the stone cold nuts, but we're, like, pretty close. I need to draw a creature that we can cast, then we can bring the Vengevine back to the back of the Gargadon. Ooh. Ooh, that's a pretty good one, yeah. That's a pretty good one. So, I want to put this guy into play before I kick the Bushwhacker, because I want the Bushwhacker trigger to power up the Vengevines. I can attack in response to trigger. Yeah, that's true too. It all works out the same, right? I mean, they're dead even with a 4th path here, right? Blue-red tempo is tier playable. Discussing arbitrary tier numbers in Magic is stupid because we don't have objective data through which we can destruct strict bounds for what these tiers mean. So when people are talking about tiers, they're mostly just like flinging poop and talking about their feelings. It's not really constructive or useful in most ways. All right, so what do we want to do here? They're playing tokens. They're probably on the Rest in Peace plan, right? Puts down the poop, right? Sorry, Mr. Hogland, I'll put down the poop now. I'm just gonna bring in these D-Revelries in the dark. Pretty decent against Bitter Blossom and stuff like that too. We did beat Blue-White Control, ran them OVER. Yeah, a lot of them are still on the Rest in Peace plan. This hand is pretty good with the looting effect. My feelings, I think, I feel. Come back when we have some real numbers, huh? Opponent mulligan to 5, probably looking for for some kind of thing here. Some kind of sideboard hate, I'd imagine. What you got, opponent? That's unfortunate. We're gonna lose our citrus supplier here, I'd assume. So Kent will be back in a little bit. So Jake gets, normally I stop streaming about this time because I have to get Jake off the bus. So I got Jake off the bus, but Kent is hanging out with Jake upstairs until Christy gets home in about an hour. Time for the old Hangarback Walker beatdown plan. And honestly, one of the things that this deck has going for it, especially in the post-board games against these fair decks, is that people often sideboard in a way that, like, dilutes their game plan and they mulligan really aggressively. And it means that, like, your mediocre, like, casting Hangarback Walkers and Walking Ballistas actually ends up being okay in a lot of situations. Compared to Straight Dredge. I think this deck and Dredge are just like very, very different decks. And people are asking if I thought they'd have Rest in Peace in their Lingering Souls deck. The answer is yes. I'm actually going to go ahead and Faithless Looting here, I think, because if we find a fetch land, we can just hardcast Vengevine. There's also that. So I'm definitely binning this Viscera Seer here. I think I'm going to ditch the Hangarback Walker here too. And then I'm going to plan to kill this Rest in Peace. They do have the Relic here still too, but it's very possible with the Rest in Peace in play that my opponent's going to want to hold on to the Relic. Although now we have to get rid of this, which sucks. So Ballista down. Next turn we'll get to fetch a green source and then slam this Vengevine into them. If they have a Path to Exile here, they could potentially stunt the blow from this, but if they don't have a Path to Exile, we'll be in a very good spot. I don't think I would play typical Jund. I think one of the reasons why Jund is bad is because Dark Confidant's not particularly good. I think if I really wanted to play Jund for some reason, because I wanted to cast Bloodbraid Elf, I would work out building it closer to the green-black rock deck that I've played. We're leaving for Columbus tomorrow afternoon sometime. Maybe morning. I don't know, we gotta work it out. Might do a short stream tomorrow morning even. I think the aggressive aspect of what's it called? The aggressive aspect of Destructive Revelry makes it really appealing. Like, look at this game here, right? Like, if that Revelry had been an Assassin's Trophy, my opponent would be up a land right now and they'd be up 2 points of health. And that's like a pretty big deal, right? Sure, everything. Yeah, this match has been a good example of the range of hands that make this deck just like really powerful. Just like we did our unfair thing game 1, and this game I'm just like literally casting Vengevines for mana. Yeah, I'll likely post updates on Twitter while we play throughout the weekend. Also, I think with Van Meter and Kidder on my team, we're pretty likely to get on their players to watch leaderboard that SCG does. So hopefully you'll be able to watch us that way too. Yeah, again, I don't think the consistency you lose from having a good 2-color mana base is worth the small additions you get from having red in your Magic deck. Your Grinder friend, that's an Android app, right? Splashing red helps against Bloodburn, right? Alright, easy 3-0 start here with Bridgevine. This deck's incredibly powerful basically every time we play it. Again, if this deck list is awesome, it is. You can find a bunch more leagues with this deck on my website, along with this deck list, which is my current preferred deck list. jeffhogan.com/decklist. Bridgevine on there. Find lots of stuff. Yeah, stop it! Don't you put that juju on me with the 3-2 emotes. I'm gonna crack my window really quick. Get some fresh air in here. Oh. All right, next victim, please. The 3-2 emote is supposed to be used for inspiration when we're 2-2 battling for that 3-2, Chad. It's supposed to be inspiring. Yes, Evan, we're going long today. So Kent is in town for the weekend because he's going to come into the open with me. So he is hanging out with Jake right now. And then when Christy gets home, Kent's going to come back downstairs and we're going to stream together for another few hours. It's also because I can't stream. I think we might be doing no stream at all tomorrow. Unsure if I'm going to be able to stream tomorrow at all. Bogles. We like to linear. We like to linear. We like to linear. We like to linear. I like how MTG Goldfish meta breakdown is all 4% because WotC gives us intentionally skewed data. Yep. I honestly wish that they would put an asterisk up there. Like, I've actually reached out to them a couple of times. They've just ignored me. The person that does the data on there. I really wish they would explain that their data is bad or explain in what way that it's biased to reach the numbers that they have. I really dislike. I feel like they do the community a disservice not being upfront about how that data is procured. All the decks on the queue today are modern. However, I'm not sure we're gonna get to some of the ones at the end. I'm pretty sure we're playing board games then at my house, so I think I need to be done by like 8 o'clock or so. That's a Vengevine. God bless. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Viscera Seer out here. Floop this Vengevine into play. It's a net decrease. Who's surprised? And even if they have a Path to Exile here, I have a Viscera Seer in place. Like, that doesn't really matter. Sacking the Supplier now doesn't do anything. And it just gets me less scry, so there's really no reason to sack it proactively. I'll sack the Supplier next turn after it gets to block a Bogle here. That's less value, though. That makes me have to play a Walking Ballista for no value. They should have responded to the Seer with the Path. That is correct. That would have been an ideal play from them. Because they don't have any, like, go big enchantments here, we could actually have a real chance. It's the same. Oh, same but less top heavy, I think, is actually a good thing. We ditched another Vengevine. That's great. I'm going to bottom that. I'm looking for a bridge or a Vengevine here. I actually think less top heavy prizes are good for Magic. less top-heavy prizes make it more reasonable for people to grind these events. So Walking Ballista doesn't do a whole lot. It can like shoot itself, I guess. Sure. I guess it can shoot that. That's a pretty good one. Kick it. Do 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 do. Do 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 boo boo. Do 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 do. Have you played much blue-red control since your changes? I have not played it since I posted that updated list, Smith. So I'm not sure if those are worth it. I think if you're really worried about Carnage Tyrant, you could splash the color too. Like splashing black for like Eldritch Reborn probably isn't unreasonable. Look, I'm like a DJ of bad like 90s, 2000s music, so I mix and match all the time, okay? I'm all about the mixing and matching around these parts, chat. The Bushwhacker is probably important for racing here. I'm not sure what else I want to cut, though. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. 2-1-1's pretty easy. But a nice to spend the Gargadon there. Yeah, it just like doesn't matter. I'm just attacking them to death. They're either dead on the next turn or they're gonna crush me. I'm really curious about the Golgari Shadow list. Which smart thin person made that? Yaku, thank you for the support. I'd be happy to bump that up. I appreciate it. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Life SSBM, thank you for the 9-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Pretty easy mulligan here. I'm gonna bottom that. If they keep a bad hand on the back of Rest in Peace, this hand could potentially beat it. Now I get to turn 1 Vengevine, which is nice. Get my race on. Shadow Monarch, thank you very much for the brand new, or the 3-month resub there. Blah, 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 blah. Thanks for the quarter of your support. I appreciate that. Welcome back. We are doing a late stream today, Burn Player. I'm planning to go for another 4 hours or so here. So this is match 4 with this deck. So I think we're gonna get to mid-range and Vexing Zoo, and then Tron and Abzan Rock are probably gonna have to stay at the top of the queue. Maybe I will fire up tomorrow morning. And do those since they're at 100 points. I'd rather not. I prefer not to leave decks at 100 points sitting when possible. Of course, Sturdian. How much to make Tron the next deck? We actually had someone else already bump up Tron, trying to make it the next one. Tron and Vexing Zoo actually have the most points. Maybe I'll wrap with those. Those are both pretty quick decks too. Yeah, I'm gonna do that actually. I'm gonna update the title to match what we're gonna be doing. I don't have that one built yet, Lucatog. We did play the Grave Titan deck today. The Grave Titan deck is uploaded to YouTube. It'll be published later. Actually, speaking of, I'm not sure that I got the last couple uploading to YouTube. How many did I put up there? I think I might be needed. Need a hand? Yep, I got you.
Cool.
All right, you want to come drive?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna leave you in Kent's capable edge. You're playing against Bogles.
Whoa, did we lose?
We're game 3 on the play.
Ooh. Hello, I'm back. I think this is where we're at. Let's see. Nothing looks too bad. Cut a Bushwhacker. Okay. It is really awkward when like half your cards are stinky. Okay, let's do this. It's already been submitted, right? Yeah, okay, we're just waiting. Don't worry, extras, I'll be back next week. Kibler is got a much better smile than me. That's fair to say that I probably, yeah, can't handle the child. Swamps are bad, chat. So we keep this, we find a red-green, we Faithless Looting. Yeah, we're gonna keep this hand. We'll probably brick and die. Questions, I am not streaming. There's now a Kent command that will link you over. I will be streaming actually when I get back. I'm gonna make an announcement after the weekend, but it's gonna kind of mesh nicely with Jeff's schedule. So, yeah, I don't think you're allowed to mulligan the double Faithless Looting. Like, that's gotta be wrong, right? So I'm gonna get Stomping Ground here. And make this happen. Wow. What do we pitch here? Like, oh, this is tough. So, like, we can't get rid of the Revelry. There's no question there. We can't, like, get rid of the swamp. Oh. So, this is definitely, I think from here, we're gonna, I don't want to pitch the second looting. I think we're supposed to keep it. We don't get rid of Supplier. Yeah. So this is definitely one of them. I think with this other sack outlet, we're in good shape, and we have 2 1s here. Oh, this is tough. I'm sorry, chat. This is like a really hard decision. I don't think we can pitch the second Faithless Looting. I think that's just like crazy from here because we need to find the land. So the other thing is I want to try to keep, I think I want to keep the Neonate because it's a red creature that's castable. And it's a second creature. But then if we go black, like we won't be able to do this next turn. And I want to play Stitcher next turn. Yeah, we're gonna go here. This is just what we're gonna run with. This could be wrong. That was a really tough Faithless Looting. Huh. So now we pitch. Whack. Put this in play. Okay. What is Jeff's F6 command on this thing, man? That's what we're trying to figure out. I think it's F. Okay. I think we're okay. We're not gonna attack here because we want to chump. Yeah, we want to chump. Oh, there it is. Cool. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And all right, yep. There we go. Opponent's got 3 cards in hand. Sure. Sure.
I assume we died to Bogles?
No. This is where we're at. We're not dead. They ripped us on 2, and we might still win. They ripped like a Vengevine and a couple Faithless Lootings out of our graveyard, but I know how to play the deck. Or it was. I probably had the toughest Faithless Looting I've ever had with this deck. You should go back and watch the VOD and understand how bad It was the longest turn 1. I think it was a tough one. Anyway, I think we're blocking here, or sorry, we're gonna Revelry the rip.
And then block.
And then block and
try and
go
get
from
something
there.
going.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
It's awesome.
How we doing, folks? Were you okay? Was Kent a good babysitter?
Little tough to manage a difficult turn 1 there. It was actually really bad. This is where's mine's upstairs.
Stitcher, Neonate, so a bunch of poop in the bin. They're down to 1 card here, though.
Oh, I couldn't figure out what your F6 was.
Oh yeah, you're fine. You're fine.
Somebody told me the keyboard, so that's why that's up. That's about it.
All right, what does this have going for? Okay, we hit a Vengevine and a bridge. I guess I suspend this. I could, if I sacrifice this and hit a Gravecrawler, I could flip Vengevine back this turn. I think I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, get out of here. Why aren't you? Or not get out of here. Do the thing. No, but that is a bridge.
We missed.
It's okay.
All right. Oh, the guard can sack the bridge at some point if we draw another black source.
Jeez.
What would you recommend for getting MTG Arena to work on? Yeah, wine. I don't have any specific tutorials. If you look for tutorial on getting specifically wine staging to work on wine on OS X, that's what I use on Linux.
But right, guard doesn't sack enchantments.
Oh, it doesn't.
I am 69 inches, like on the nose. I know that for a fact. 5 feet 9 inches. So Jeff is taller than that.
That's scary. Okay. Okay.
Get it though.
That's a Gravecrawler. Let's try and hit another Vengevine.
There's a Faithless Looting too, so we get to pitch a bridge.
No,
right?
There's not. That's the Neonate.
Oh. And remember, we get to
sack these per each black. Yep.
We also, if they put a lifelinker into play, we have a. We get to sack the Vengevine too to make a thing.
Yep. Yeah, next turn's gonna be. We might actually win this.
Also, for those that were asking how you beat a Rest in Peace, I mean, case in point.
Okay. Yep.
This is why you play 4 Revelries. So then when there are opponents on the play and they go turn 2 Rest in Peace, you go untap, Revelry it, continue with your game.
Yep.
I think we're in a really good spot here because even if they have the lifelink here, unless they can put it on an evasive creature, which they can't, we get a block sack.
Okay, that's scary.
No, it's fine.
It gets around the block sack.
But it's not lethal.
It's true. It's not lethal yet.
Okay.
Oh, wait. They split it up.
What?
That's really good for us.
We not.
I don't understand what is going on, but I will take it.
Make sure you sack your Vengevine to get a sack
and the Gravecrawler.
They're dead. If they swing, they're dead.
I think they're dead
Period.
Regardless. Because, like, the Gargadon's coming in next turn, too. I think we were pretty dead if they put everything on here, but then they didn't, so we're fine.
No. Go to 2.
Yep. I'm gonna do this now so I don't forget.
And make sure you sack the Gravecrawler too.
Yep.
Wet. Mountain.
It doesn't matter. We don't have a Bushwhacker anyways, but.
Sack the other Gravecrawler, and then sack the non-hasted tokens. We don't want to give up our lands here. That's for scripts.
And then they've got they're dead to even not the Gargadon here.
Yeah, they were dead to just the Vengevine.
Yeah, they definitely should have put the other
the
other thing on this, and then
I think we were dead if they did.
I would have had 8 toughness. So this is giving +4, so this would have been a 12. We might have been okay.
You would have lived. You're at 10.
Yeah, I was at 10. So they were taking from 12, so I would have had to put 2 zombies in front of it, and they actually would have been dead here. No, I think they were dead regardless. We would have had them even if they made the right play.
I'm gonna go upstairs and.
All right, we're 4-0 though.
That's a record.
This deck's
a record.
Great. We
nice Bogles deck.
We 5-0 and 4-1 with this deck on stream before, and that's why decks like this are great. Is because like Bogles is almost certainly a hard matchup for this deck, but this deck is doing Kent.
Yeah.
Your phone. This deck is doing such powerful, busted things that even when a matchup is bad, sometimes you just like get them.
Remember, even the middle of the pack NASCAR is still faster than the ones not on the track. There's some analogy there that hits this point home, but it's definitely go fast. Boop, boop. If we had sacked lands, we wouldn't have killed them next turn though.
All right, waiting for the last one here. See if we can hit the old Hawaii 5-0. After this, we've got a couple more leagues going up, so don't go anywhere just yet. We're going to play some Green Tron and then some Vexing Zoo to wrap things up today. Thanks everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Wow.
I think,
You're playing that, right?
I think I am going to end up... I wasn't sure if I was going to stream tomorrow or not, but I think I'm going to fire up for a couple of leagues tomorrow, because we have both red-black mid-range and Abzan Lingering Souls that need to be played because they're at 100 points still. So I'm taking tonight off for sure, though. We're only going until 8 o'clock because I want to hang out with Christy and Kent and some other people tonight. But tomorrow morning, I'm going to pop on for a couple of leagues before we leave for Columbus. To be fair, the game was pretty easy once I came back. I would love to play first. Any plans for playing new standard in the future? Yeah, so I am accepting standard deck lists as donation decks just like I do for modern. And I'm planning to add a minimum play standard every Tuesday. So all day Tuesday is going to be new standard or current standard, whatever you want to call it, on Arena on this channel. And then if there are standard decks that have a bunch of points in the queue, we'll make a second day for it in the week. But Tuesday will guaranteed be standard regardless of point totals, just so I can gauge how popular the content is. And then other possible standard days throughout the week will be dictated by points. I believe I had responded to most of them, Lighthammer, for standard deck lists. Yeah, Lighthammer, I marked off that I sent you... Yeah, I definitely sent you an email. If we don't want you to stream standard Tuesday, do we not watch on Tuesday, or do we use bots to watch every other day than Tuesday? And it's not just live numbers that I'm going to be looking at for standard stuff. It's also going to be taking into account like how well stuff does after the fact on YouTube. Is this Lantern? The Lantern match was probably not unwinnable for this deck, but I can't imagine it's particularly good. Thanks, Hidden. I just don't really feel like playing it. How much should it be to donate to submit a deck for a new standard? For subscribers, it is $10 to donate to add a deck to the queue, and for non-subscribers, it is $20 to donate to add a new deck to the queue. For people who are bad at math, that means it is cheaper to subscribe and donate 10 than it is to donate 20. But who am I to tell you how to spend your money? All right, so Vengevine. I think this deck is great. I think it checks all the boxes that you want to be checking in Modern. I think it's also a deck that loses to sideboard cards a lot of the time, but you're not just dead, right? Like, we beat a couple of Rest in Pieces in that league. This deck list is on my website. If it's the first time you see us play it, be sure to check out more videos on my YouTube channel. I don't know that I really have anything too insightful to say. No, I conceded the Lantern. I just didn't feel like slogging that out. It's probably tough for us. We only have 4 ways to interact with it anyways, so... You could make something like Lantern better by playing stuff like Ancient Grudge, but, you know, I'm just, like, not into that. Alright, so what are we doing next? I gotta find, I gotta grab the Tron and the Vexing Zoo lists off the donation queue. Grab some cards for them and we'll be on our way. Thanks everyone for hanging out. We got, about 3 or 4 more hours of Magic here, so don't go anywhere just yet. All Modern all day today. Yeah, we started with Rock this morning. It was the very first thing we did. Oh, there's risk factors in this deck? That can't possibly be right. This is what I've been paid. There's Greenbelt Rampagers. All right. Well, this is something. We're gonna. I don't know if it's a good something, but it is definitely something. I think looking at this list, there's a lot of cute going on in it, so we'll see how this ends up. And we're gonna do Tron first. We'll close out with the meme. There's gemstone caverns on the board of this Tron deck. Lots of weird this afternoon. All right, let's take a picture. We'll move along here. These are some modern legal Magic the Gathering cards. All right, so we're gonna Tron next. Gotta grab some cards from my sponsor here and we'll be on our way, folks. We should get, is this a white-bordered Forest Tron deck? What do we think, chat? Is this a deck that gets white-bordered for us? For max tilt. Yep, I have mismatched whiteboard. You can actually see them right here. Look at those. Look at those beauts. Aren't they just the darndest? Bad guy Tron. No, this is good guy Tron. I only play good guy decks. Why do we have Goy for the Cyber Track? So we actually did that last time too, and it was really, really good. Just like gives you a way to have a cheap, efficient threat against other aggressive decks in the format. Just like creates a brick wall. Bridgevine went 4-0 and then we conceded to Lantern because I didn't feel like grinding it out. Gotta grab some cards here and we'll be on our way with some Tron goodness. Tron badness? I guess it depends on who you ask. You don't want to get published, chat. Come on now, you gotta hide the data. Everybody knows that data is evil. Duh, that's why WotC protects us from it. At what point should you make the switch from friendly to competitive leagues? When you decide that instead of just playing Magic, you want to do intense online gambling every time you sign up for an event. That is the reason to play competitive leagues over friendly leagues, because you really want to gamble. If you decided that online poker is just not doing it, you need something more interesting, competitive leagues are coming your way. Sure, QPs are just another thing to gamble for. Sure, yeah, they're lower risk. All Magic is gambling. Friendly leagues versus competitive leagues just like kind of help you decide how much you want to gamble exactly. Comp leagues don't offer more competitive environment. Nope. I've played thousands of matches on comp leagues and hundreds, probably approaching thousands of matches on friendly leagues at this point. And the deck caliber and play caliber just like varies drastically between both. Kent is currently toddler sitting with Jake upstairs till Christy gets home. As soon as Christy gets home, she's gonna drop back down. Listen, Perfree, if there's one thing that's always gonna get you timed out here, it's scrapping on Chipotle. That's all I'm saying. Chipotle is good. I'm eating Chipotle right now because it's amazing. Yeah, they're top heavy with prizes. So in comp leagues, in friendly leagues, you always get something back. Even if you don't win any matches, you get 10 play points back. And if you go 2-3 in a friendly league, you get 40 points back, which is half your entry fee. Whereas if you go 2-3 in a competitive league, you get nothing back. So basically, if you 2-3 a competitive league, you lose $12. And if you 2-3 a friendly league, you lose $4. So you lose 3 times as much money going 2 and 3. And if you 3-2 a friendly league and you 3-2 a competitive league, you get the same amount of bonus. So if you're someone that's going about 50%, friendly leagues are infinitely better. All right, let's pop on in here, shall we? My stance on Qdoba. Qdoba, in my opinion, is at the bottom of the Tex-Mex, fast Tex-Mex food hierarchy. No, that's not true. Moe's is at the bottom. It goes Chipotle, Qdoba, Moe's. That's the Tex-Mex hierarchy.